Hey guys, Alan Fato here, bringing you more secrets for success and tips for your own personal and professional mastery. Now, last time I talked to you, we talked about time and our time zones. Where do we spend most of our mental time? Is it in the past? Is it in the future? Because now is the only time that we can actually take action. And that's all well and good, but I've had people say to me, okay Alan, but you know, I've got so much to do and so little time in which to do it. Now this gives us a peek into the theatre of their mind to see how they're representing their sense of time. Now, in order to get things done, quite obviously, time management skills, sequencing, goal setting, planning, all of that is necessary. However, the sense of overwhelm we often feel when there seems to be so much to do but so little time comes from this representation inside. And we can see it in their gestures and how they explain things. So they'll say, there's so much, so look how big their task that they need to do actually is. And then they'll say, but there's so little time. So this is their sense of how big now is. And with all the goodwill in the world, no one's going to get this much into this space. And so what we need to do is to learn the trick. Next time we feel overwhelmed, that we've got so much going on but so little time, is to expand our sense of now so it gets bigger and bigger. So notice in your mind how big, gesture out how big your sense of now is, and then mentally expand it. And so it goes beyond your normal boundaries to maybe to the edge of the room, maybe beyond that. You'll notice when you do this, there's often a sense of relief, because it's like this, you've got more space in which to work with the things that you need to do. So the first time I learned this, I learned it from my coach and my trainer, Dr. Michael Hall, who's the developer of Neuro-Semantics. And I learned the trick, and I went home and I was sitting in my office one day and I had a big long to-do list, and it felt really overwhelming. It felt that, like, how on earth am I going to get all of this stuff done in a day? There's just no time. But I had the sequence, I had the list. And so what I did, I mentally expanded how big my sense of now was to fill the entire office. And then started on my list. And now in doing this, my list seemed much smaller than the space I had, my mental space in which to do it. And so I worked my way through the list, and at the time I got to the bottom of the list, I'd done it more focused, I was more efficient, and I thought, wow, that must be the end of the day already. It must be at least 6 o'clock, time for dinner. I checked the clock, it was 3:30 in the afternoon. I'd been so efficient, and yet I knocked everything off the list, and I gained 2.5 hours. So, for yourself, the next time you find yourself feeling overwhelmed, notice and gesture out how big your sense of now is and expand it out. Expand it visually in your mind, kinesthetically push it out with your hands and imagine it getting bigger and bigger and bigger. You'll notice a sense of relief that comes with it, and then just get on with your tasks. So remember, I mean, as far as time goes, it is always now, so you can make it as big as you choose. Empower yourselves, empower others. Let's make the world a much better place to live. And I'll talk to you again soon, guys.